I don't know.
You actually look stressed out. Is that okay?
I've seen them when they said that.
I don't know her. Oh, okay. Don't listen to it. I've been trying not to laugh all this time.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of NoEmptyCups. Here with co-hosts Rose, Nee, and we've got a special guest in the studio today, coming all the way from Southeast London. Name ring bells in the afro-beats scene, the funky house scene. We got MistaSilva.
What's going on, man? Welcome.
Love, man. Love.
How you been, man?
Yeah, I'm well. I'm good.
It's been a long time since we've seen you.
Yeah, man. Out here, man. Just, working, putting in the work and preparing projects, man.
Cool. Anything that we're going to find out about today?
Well, we're here to talk, so you get me.
That's what I like to hear.
We'll see what will happen now.
All right, so let's get into it. First of all, tradition is we're going to take a shot before we start.
All
So,
right.
has anyone poured his shot already?
Yeah, so
Give me a shot, yeah.
has it.
Yeah?
Okay.
So, if you can take a shot for us, please.
So if you want to give me a shot on top,
We'll give you a shot on top, man.
You get me.
Because you're...
No, not
Drink
that
up,
one.
drink up.
Just something from the bottle.
Oh, okay. There we go. No, not this one again. Okay. Ready?
What are you drinking right now?
A lot of shit.
I
I'll give
got
him
some
some.
palm
Just what
wine.
they poured you?
It's quite traditional right now. You get me? Quite authentic.
Should have come with your dashiki, bro.
Quite authentic with some, I don't know what's that called.
Cool, you know.
Yeah.
Cool, so we're going to get into our first game.
Mm-hmm.
Our first game is called Take a Shot For Me. The aim of the game is to not end up with the alcoholic drink going down your throat. So, we've got 4 shots poured out, all clear substances. One contains water. So
what? It's for sure.
as a guest, I'm going to let you pick your one first.
Okay.
No.
Is this a trick or
Why
something?
shouldn't I be taking it first, man? It's not
So
fair,
what
bro.
is
Hey, listen, have some manners, Neil. Have
How
some
about we
manners.
just all grab one at the same time?
What is it?
No, Rose, chill.
Yeah, but ladies first.
Chill, Rose.
No. Guess
Yeah,
first.
guess first. House
You
rules.
guys have no manners.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I don't think you should take that one.
I don't think you should listen to her.
Which
I
one do
think you
is
should
that?
take.
So who's next? Ladies first now.
Go on,
No,
Rose. Go on, Rose.
it's too late.
What do you mean?
See,
I wanted that one.
Rose tried to sabotage you, see? I got your back.
wanted
I got your
that
back.
one.
So,
It'll be a
So
trick,
only one is water.
only one is water.
Thanks.
Thanks, you know.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Jesus Christ.
Boy,
No empty cups.
God
I'm
damn.
living life, man.
you had water.
I'm good.
Alright, cool.
I hear that.
Well done for that one, man. You beat us. First guest to beat us, I think.
I hear that.
Silva. Talk us through. I mean, a lot of people know you, or now,
Yeah.
as an afro-beat artist. Obviously, I've known you for a long time, and I know that's not how it started. I know where you started from, but just for people to know, tell us how you started, what you used to do before you got into afro-beats.
For Afrobeats, I was doing I've been involved with music from young, from probably 16, younger than that even.
Yeah.
You get me? But beforehand, I was probably doing grime music and that. And then over time, as time went on, I think I developed more into funky house music. And then that kind of started my foundations of MistaSilva. So when I was doing grime, I wasn't really known as MistaSilva.
Yeah.
I was known as Kilo Bars or Crafty.
Yep.
And then, like I said, into funky house, the MistaSilva name came into the picture. And it came around the time of when I was doing club nights and stuff. So I used to do raves and parties, and I used to host for the parties as well, innit? So we'd put out mixed CDs, and I'd host on the mixed CDs, and I'd use that to kind of build a foundation for myself. And then I think while I was doing the funky house circuit, people was feeling my wave. They was yeah, you got this African kind of orientation and authenticness to your sound. Why don't you do Afro beats and that? And I was just like, at first kind of skeptical because at that time and at that period, nobody was doing that kind of music, innit? And yeah, it was just like, how are you going to make that work? Being from London, obviously I've been to Ghana, lived in Ghana and so on, and I know the culture, but it was just like, how am I going to make people accept what I'm trying to do, innit? But I think I just got the courage, and obviously we ended up making a track called Born Send Mummy. Yeah. And then that was the birth of MistaSilva afro-beats, and yeah.
So just taking it a bit further back, when you were doing funky, was it your trip to Ghana that inspired you to add the afro-beats into the funky? Because I know you went Ghana when you were younger.
Yeah, I think from young, before then, it's just growing up in my area.
What area was that?
Growing up in Broccoli, our Lewisham borough is predominantly, let's say, West Indians that are in that borough. So around me I had more West Indians around me, but at the same time it was just like, from young, people like might say, being in primary school, you're African this, you're African that, obviously having that kind of stereotype over, man. You get, man? But I just always repped it, innit? Like, cool, what? Yeah, that's my name being my traditional name, or my government name, is very African as well. You know what I mean? So in school already, that's a pinpoint for people. So from young, I've always had that target. Oh, he's the African boy, this and that. But I just took it on like, yeah, I'm African, then what? Like, cool, innit? Like, yeah, I'm doing my thing. I know who I am. I know what it is, innit? So I just repped it, innit? And people's always said to me, you always had this kind of thing about you, like, you get me, and you have it in your music. So why don't you just, you get me, put it into play?
You mentioned that you did grime.
Yeah.
So what got you into doing grime? Was it like to do with the area that you were in?
Yeah, it's just growing up, obviously in London at your age. Yeah. Everybody was an MC at one point. In primary school, secondary school.
Do you remember any like
my lyrics in that? Yeah.
Feel free to
lyric.
Go ahead. Whenever you're ready.
My first lyric was something like, some of them say, I got stamina, come on the pitch like a footballer, Batty Petite Vieira, inside Battistuta, I could be small like a fish of Kento, tying you up like I'm Rivaldo, bagging in goals like Leonardo.
So what you're saying is with those traps you got it from?
Yeah, man. But obviously that's being young because I was into football, innit?
Yeah, but you're saying all this and you support Arsenal.
Yeah, what? Vieira, I said Vieira, Batty Petite Vieira, you get me? You see me? Come on.
You and Arsenal, boy.
Yeah, come on. You know the thing, AFC, baby.
So what actually stops you from doing grime?
I think, you know what, my journey, obviously growing up, I was involved like in madnesses, couple stuff and stuff on the roads and that, and then while I was in grime, there was a period when obviously I went back to Ghana. So when I went back to Ghana,
we missed you at church though, still. Not gonna lie.
Was there a particular reason you went to Ghana?
Yeah, because of my behaviour, innit? Like, obviously I was bad breed, innit? So yeah, the parents were like, nah, I'm not having it. Like, gotta get you out of this situation.
Was it? You know, I've always wanted to know though. Yeah, was it? We're going on holiday, and they took your passport.
The twang.
You know what? I knew. They told me.
Well, you heard the conversation?
Obviously, no. It was just like, obviously the threats was running in it, and it was about, innit? It wasn't like hidden. Like, come on, it was just like, yeah. But it wasn't easy, innit? Like the first day, it wasn't easy, but over time I learned a lot, and it changed me.
You came back different
as a person, and yeah, it gave me my focus, and yeah, it made me. It was a big point in my life.
Would you say being in Ghana inspired you to do Afrobeats more? Because obviously you would have been around.
Yeah, I was around it, exactly. So that kind of, yeah, in a way. But I didn't come back straight away saying, hey, I'm coming to do Afrobeats. Even when I was in Ghana, I was getting my boys to send me beats, and I was rapping on Gram and whatever. I was just putting on my MySpace in it. Like, yeah, man's here, don't get twisted. Like, you get me? I'm in Ghana, but I'm still firing. So, yeah, just when I got back, I think that did play a part subliminally. I don't think it directly, but after a while, it kind of gave me a lot of the authenticity. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
And did you make any connections whilst you was out there as well? Do you still have to this day?
Yeah, I still got some friends, man. In various places.
In the industry as well?
Industry wise, over the time I've been doing Afrobeats, I've kind of developed that. But prior to that, I've had like other guys around, but they're not as big as some big stars, but they're out there that I know that are doing stuff like music and that.
Cool.
You get me?
So just going back to funky, obviously funky was around for years. Like, when it came to raving, uni raves, everything like was always funky. Do you think funky can make a comeback?
Yeah.
You know what? That's a good question.
I do feel like it can make a comeback, but then again, it's just how it comes back.
All right, cool. Let me jump in with that. So she's saying, do you think funk can come back? You're saying it can come back. Now your guy is trying to bring it back.
Donayo, yeah, I've seen him.
Donayo, he tweeted about that
I've
as well.
seen him tweeting it.
So
and people
I
want
know
it.
you believe in him. So
Of
I think
course.
funky should come back. Like
But
especially now
actually-
when UK music's popping, like funky would be a good.
It's just
addition
how
to
it's
that.
see what it is for the musicians in terms of funky. It's either you're singing, which really brought out the songs, or you're hosting, and then the hosting is just really like hooky lyrics, like repetitive lyrics in it. So that's what it is in it. It's just how man can formulate it to be more artistry and song in it than just club based really. So that's what I think it is. But yeah, there's potential, man. But we'll see in it. Like you never know. I got a mixtape coming, so I might.
So if it comes, would
might
you
just
contribute to that?
Say again.
Would you
Of
contribute
course,
to the
I'm
funky?
a pillar in funky. So if it comes and it's live and kicking, I'm there, ready to fire, man. That one is my foundation.
So talking about being a pillar in funky, we can all agree that you are a pillar with UK Afrobeats as well.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you were one of the first people to introduce it, I think, with Fuse ODG.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
You brought it Zonto, but you were one of the first people to introduce Afrobeats.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you get the recognition you deserve when that conversation comes up?
I don't think so right now. I think it's funny
you said that, by the way.
I just think that right now, like it's funny. The time I was doing it, yeah, they weren't like it was an iffy situation. Like the Africans were accepting it. I think certain other demographics were trying to not accept it. So it was kind of a battle.
Who's the certain other demographic?
Like Caribbeans, other like races, innit?
Okay.
You get me? They were like some were feeling it, some weren't. Like people weren't really trying to embrace and accept the thing like that, innit? Obviously, certain man were pushing through the door, myself and Fuse, but we weren't getting that backing. Or Fuse got that backing. He was solely that person that got that backing at that time. You get me? So I just feel like obviously we laid foundations and we sacrificed certain things for it to be how it is today, innit? For these lot to come through now and
benefit from it.
you get me? Because they obviously been inspired off what we've done and gone and created whatever they've created, and obviously that's what the youth are listening to. That's what the generations are listening to now. So it's only right that these people now back it, or everybody backs it, because everybody's on it now, innit?
Yeah,
like
everyone loves
it's just
Afrobeats
everywhere now, innit? You get me?
It's a new
So
genre
I
now,
just
innit?
think my timing was I was probably ahead of my time, but at the same time I just feel like there's still more in the locker, innit? You know what I mean? I feel like there's still, you get me? It's good, innit? Like it's healthy. So I just hope that it can maintain, so that you get me, I can get my piece of the pie.
So
You see me?
So when you said you don't think certain demographics, and you say Caribbean in particular, is it inside the industry? Are you talking behind the scenes?
Industry,
in terms of people
inside,
pushing
outside,
music forward?
Yeah, inside industry and outside the industry, man.
Do you think that's because Bashment's
Was
always been
very-
popping, like in
at
terms
that
of like
time.
cultural music? Like obviously Afrobeats has always been around. A lot of us who are African grow up listening to African music at home from our countries.
Yeah.
But Bashment has been something that's been pushed. Like when you go raving clubs,
Yeah.
you hear Bashment.
Yeah, that's true. Bashment's had the step first, innit? Because obviously how I see it is like when let's say black people come to this country, Caribbeans were first, innit?
Yeah,
so being the Caribbeans were first, the reggae came and influenced first, innit?
But it's more that it's more commercialized first as a music.
Yeah,
worldwide
yeah,
as well.
exactly as well. You get me? So that
Pushed it.
that was kind of like the first basis, and then over time, I think Afrobeats, as the cultures, more Africans have come here, we're growing up as together, so that it's coming together really and truly. It's all one anyway, really and truly.
Yeah, but that's why
You get
now
me?
there's
So-
Afro Bashment.
You get me? Everybody's
Afro
Afro this,
swing,
Afro
Afro-
that,
Afro
Afro
everything.
dang.
Yeah.
My thing is, you get me? It's all Afro beats, but
That's
yeah,
what
man.
you see,
Everyone, yeah, man. What can I say, man? There's not. All I can do is make music, man. You get me, and hope that people accept it, that how it needs to be accepted. You know what I mean? You get me, and hopefully.
So what's your opinion on Afro swing and Afro trap?
Afro trap.
Yeah, there's Afro
What's
trap.
that? What's that song? Trap in a bando. They
That's
changed
it,
it
and then,
to like
yeah.
an African type of beat.
yeah.
Like there's a few
Yeah,
songs
yeah.
they've done that with.
Oh, that was a trap.
Yeah, obviously it was a
Song,
chat song, but there's Afro chat, there's this and that. You know what? There's gonna be so much Afro this and I don't know. I just think everyone's just trying to put something to it so that they can kind of manipulate the scene in the way they want to manipulate the scene.
But that's when something starts to get commercialized anyway.
Yeah.
When it starts to get subgenres.
Exactly.
That's when you start to see it actually blow up.
You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I say it's all Afro beats to me, innit? Afro beats for me ranges from 130 down to 95 BPM. You get me? That's Afro beats. It's all Afro beats, innit? It can come under whatever you want to call it, Afro swing, this and that, Afro bashment. But to me, it's all coming off an Afro. It comes from an African background anyway. So to me, it's Afro beats, innit? That's how I've been taught, and that's how I've been growing up through it. I didn't really try to put another name to it apart from putting UK to the fact that I was born in UK, innit? And I'm just merging the two cultures together. So yeah.
Alright, so Boom Boom Ta, Boanse Mummy, you did those songs with Flavor and Qualms, and they do Afro beats now on their own. What's your relationship like with them at the moment?
We're good, man.
You still
We're
friends?
good. They're there
do music
still.
together?
We're there, man. We're just they're working. I'm working, and when we link up, literally. You get me? It's not even a thing like there's any kind of passer or any kind of anything there. It's just everyone's just really focused on trying to achieve what they want to achieve right now, isn't it? So that's what I see it.
So in terms of with them, because obviously they've gone on to do Takeover, which was quite a big hit.
Yeah.
Do you feel like a lot of people you probably started with doing Afro beats have gone on to what's the word I'm looking for?
Bigger and better.
They've gone on where they've gained more recognition, and when the topic of Afro beats comes up, their names might get mentioned and yours might not. Not because you haven't contributed, but because people have forgotten your contributions. Do you feel any sort of way about them going further?
No, it's good for them. It's good for them because end of the day, everybody for succeed in it.
Yeah.
So that's good for them, but they're saying, I'm not gonna hate on nobody else's success in it. Obviously, I might have contributed or helped in some way or some form of shape, but that's the blessing, innit? My purpose, I see my purpose as above all is to inspire people, innit?
Yeah.
So if I come true and I've inspired people to go ahead and move forward and progress, all be well, innit? I just hope that I get mine, innit? And I get my blessings. And for me, in order that to happen, is for me to keep working, innit? And just keep putting out music. You know what I mean? I can't let those things kind of be a distraction towards me. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah, it's good that it's good competition and it's healthy and it's I need to put out more music, or I need to do this, I need to do that. But at the end of the day, it's the people who's gonna accept it. So if they accept it and I'm bringing something that's nice to their ears, then it's all good, you know what I'm saying? I'm all good, man. It's just, when the time comes, man, literally for me, that's how I'm seeing it, innit? You know what I mean? Obviously, this is my life, this is what I do, innit? So it's not like I'm going to pack it in because at this present moment, I'm not getting as much recognition as I should be getting, or I was getting at maybe when I started, innit? Obviously, everything what goes up has to come down, goes up, you get me? Life is not just like that, you get me? Life is up and down, innit? So, you get me? Obviously, I just need to keep working and see that hopefully I go back where I need to get to, innit?
That's true. So what are you doing right now to change that then? You doing more music?
Yeah. I've been working on my mixtape and my album. Been doing a few shows. To be honest, I've been releasing some singles here and there. But it's obviously if you're tuned in, innit?
Yeah.
If you're locked in, innit, then you would see it, innit? You know what I mean? So that's how I'd see it on that side. But I'm working on my mixtape. My mixtape is due for November 2017 this year, and an album 2018. So
because you haven't actually done an album yet.
No, I haven't. I've done three EPs.
And then you had Fulvim 1 and 2.
Yeah. So yeah, man, I've got like the EPs and that, the nominations and that, and this and that. But yeah, it's a building block, man. You get me? Like sometimes I look at other artists, like big artists, like a lot of artists. It takes them a lot of years, man, for them to get to real artists, proper artists.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you go and research ones that
10 years.
actually exactly 15, 10 years. You know what I mean? So me, I'm just looking into that and producing quality, and I love what I do. So.
You can see it.
That's the drive in it. That because I love what I do. So I'm not doing it because others is doing it. I'm not doing it because music bangs right now, and I can make money from music right now, and I can just jump on auto tune and sing right now, and get a booking 2 2s now, and you get me. It's not that. Like me, I'm a music man still. So,
I don't think you have to prove that to anybody anyway, because you jumped in at a time when music or the UK industry was on a downer, to be honest.
Yeah.
So we all know that you're here for the passion of it.
That's a right factor to say still.
So inspirations then.
Yeah.
Who inspired you?
In terms of music, artists
like back home and here.
Ghana, I'd say people like Castro,
Rest in peace.
Tic Tac, R2Bs, what's this guy's name again, man? Lord Sega, Lord Kenya, all them man, you know them man, them hip life guys, them era there. That was like the foundations. And then UK wise, I'd say Skepta. Who else in the UK really?
It's got to be more than that.
Dizzy, I don't really tune into bare man like that, you know. I'll be honest, like
That's what every artist says, man.
I swear to you, I don't really tune into bare man like that. There's only a few man that I can actually take in their thing and say, yo.
That's true, actually.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
In the car proved that
Like,
on the way here.
everyone knows, all my friends knows.
Yeah.
Come, if I have my whip and like, come in my whip, you know what's banging. Skepta's
Yeah.
banging, or I'm banging afro-beats.
Yeah.
That's about it, fam. You get me? And 2T Bashment here and there, vibes and that. You get me?
So speaking of Skepta, obviously he's now getting a lot of recognition in America. He's working with Drake. So artists like Drake, they're now starting to
Recognize this thing.
implement, like put Afro beats into their sound a little bit. Drake's working with WizKids, and what do you think about that? Do you think that's a good look for Afro beats, or do you feel like they're culture vultures?
That it's TNT because you know what? End of the day, because they all coming stemming from African backgrounds as well. For me, that's just how I see it, innit? You get me? Like beyond being African American, you get me? Beyond all that, they're African, innit? So I'm like, you lot just finding your roots, innit? You know what I mean? You lot, I think they've known for long, but it's obviously, like I said, everyone's accepted the sound now. So
you don't think it's them trying to leech onto it because they know that
they will leech on it because it's popping.
100%
Yeah, they are leeching on it.
Who's
But I do.
Marion's got a song as well.
Yeah, I feel like it's good for the scene because it makes the scene more open now. But I think they just need to kind of do more tracks with artists in the scene, let alone not just do your own tracks. So, for instance, my man Mr. Easy did the Lego Over remix with Ty Dolla $ign and them, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's nice, isn't it? Like, it's good. It's opening. It's making, because hip hop's a big genre as well. So it's allowing Afrobeats to get a look in that side, and it's kind of solidifying Afrobeats and to say that Afrobeats is here to stay. You know what I mean?
So no publicity is bad publicity, basically.
Yeah, it's a good push, innit? It's just like, just don't, forget the authenticity of the whole thing.
And don't forget to give credit.
Exactly, to who has, you get me?
The reason why I agree with Rose is because Akon's been doing this for time anyway, man. And when he was releasing music in America, I don't think much people were taking much notice of like Akon. Of the Afrobeat sound, innit? But all of a sudden now, everyone's interested to jump on it, man. It's good for the scene at the end of the day, man. It's good for the scene.
I think it depends on how you look at it.
And it's the era, I think the social media era is kind of... Hello everybody, welcome back, man. Yeah, man. MistaSilva in the place.
Yes.
I'm here and I'm taking over the show. You get me? We're gonna play a game though. Trust me, this one's called Go to the Bar. So to play this game, I think I'm gonna start off by going to the bar, and obviously I'm gonna buy a drink, innit? So the drink that I buy, the contestants got obviously add to the drink I buy. Obviously it goes around. If you cannot remember what was bought, then I think you have to take a shot. Am I right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay,
Got it right.
so yeah, man. I'm starting it off, and it goes like this, Mr. Silva. I'm going to the bar, and I'm going to buy a petit.
Oh, what?
I bet the shit.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to the bar. I'm gonna buy a petit and Ray nephew.
Jeez.
I'm going to the bar. I'm gonna buy what he said.
Yeah, say it.
You have to say it.
I bet the shit.
Yeah, she.
No.
Peta she.
Yeah.
Ray and nephew and a mojito.
All right, and I'm buying a petit, Ray nephew, mojito, and apple juice.
I'm buying a petit Ray nephew. Hey. Mojito, I haven't finished.
Okay.
Mojito.
Minka.
3,
I'm not selling
2,
you, bro.
1.
What?
Hey.
Drink.
I didn't go for alcohol, for apple juice, bro.
He's ran 3 times for you, like,
What did you say?
Apple
So we're gonna
juice.
continue.
You know what I
Apple
did?
juice.
You know what?
Hey.
That's the way you did
Take
it.
your shot. Take your
Oh, no
shot.
problem.
You heard it.
No empty cups, man.
All right, Melo, continue it.
I'm gonna continue on starting again.
Continue.
Start again.
I'll
Okay.
start again.
I'm going to the bar and I'm gonna get a Courvoisier and apple juice.
I'm going to the bar. I'm gonna get a Courvoisier and apple juice and a Ciroc apple.
Trying to confuse me. I'm going to the bar. I'm going to get. I've forgotten. Yeah, motherfuckers.
Take a drink.
I forgot.
He's gonna be the drunk
Take a
couch.
drink.
He said Ciroc apple juice or something. Shit. So who's starting then?
Mr. Silva.
It's me, yeah.
I'll start. All right, I'm going to the bar and I'm gonna get a strawberry daiquiri.
I'm going to the bar and I'm going to get a strawberry daiquiri and pancake with syrup.
That's
Well,
not alcohol, new
okay.
drink, please.
I'll do it again then.
Just for that, please drink.
No, let me do it again.
No.
Please, just drink.
But I said you drink properly.
No,
though.
whilst you're drinking, your mouth will be closed. All right, you're going to the bar.
I'm going to the bar, and I'm going to get 2 shots of this Serrano and apple sours.
That's very
And apple
specific.
sours. Okay, I'm going to the bar. I'm gonna get 2 shots of Disaronno, apple sours, and I think I might get a gin and tonic too.
I'm going to the bar. I'm gonna get 2 shots of this Serrano, apple sours, and I think I'm gonna get a
shot.
of.
Of this one. Drink. Drink what do you mean? Drink.
It's the jungle, baby.
What was it you said?
Gin and tonic.
It doesn't matter.
Gin and tonic.
It's too
Oh,
late.
It doesn't matter.
It's too
Drink.
late.
When you finish, you can
You
say
missed the
that.
No one
bus.
was timing me.
You missed the bus. You're late for work, mate.
True that. Disciplinary and that.
Alright. Ugh, who's next?
Me. I is going to the bar and man's getting palm wine, innit?
I'm going to the bar. I'm going to get palm wine, Cristal, and 2 shots of Hennessy.
I'm going to the bar. I'm gonna get palm wine, Cristal, 2 shots of Hennessy, and I might get 3 bottles of Red Stripe for the man. Them.
Why are you not so extra?
Innit? I feel you've forgotten already, so you
I'm
flexing,
no,
man,
I'm
flexing.
going to the bar. I'm gonna get a palm wine, 2 shots of Hennessy,
Yeah, he said something else.
and something for the mandem.
Hey, Rose is
What
good.
did you get?
Rose is good.
Crystal.
Who's Crystal?
And
Yeah. He's Nigerian. You can never guess it.
3 bottles of red stripe.
Why are you telling us?
3 bottles of red stripe and sex on the beach.
I'm going to the bar. I'm getting 2 shots of Hennessy. Crystal.
No, you missed your own.
What do you mean I missed my own?
You said palm
Yeah,
wine
finish.
first.
Oh, no, don't worry about that one. It's mine, so I don't have to say it again. I don't have to say mine again.
I love this game. I
I
love
love
this
this
game. I love this
I have to say
game.
mine
Forgot
again. It's
your
my
own.
own thing.
Yeah, but you should have said it.
That's
then.
like me walking into my house and having the key.
Well, then you forgot your key this time, so. Yeah. Alright, one more round and then we'll get on to the next part.
So
So,
it's starting
you
me,
start. This time, let's just say one thing, guys.
Let me start.
I'm going to the bar and I'm getting a barrel of beer.
Okay.
I'm going to the bar. I'm gonna get a barrel of beer and a Ciroc.
I'm going to the bar, I'm going to get a barrel of beer,
You better
Ciroc,
remember everything.
and Bacardi.
Going to the bar. I'm getting a barrel of beer, Ciroc, Bacardi, and 2 shots of tequila.
I'm going to the bar. I'm going to get a beer, Barra beer, Ciroc, Bacardi, and 2 shots of tequila.
And
Of what?
2 shots of tequila.
and
And
jollof rice.
jollof rice.
I don't know what kind
Hey,
of
guys,
you lot are going to.
This is a hungry man right here, you know. He's on jollof rice, you know.
I also know he was getting a bill.
Alright.
That's his own drink. He forgot to even put a drink on, you know.
And then with the drink
To
for
bring
chop.
it to a close,
You
you
know
take
this.
your shot.
With the drink with the chop.
Wait, you were the only one that didn't take a shot, right?
course.
So Melo's got the best memory.
This is
I'm
wrong.
the one with 2 shots, yeah.
Yeah, drink. There's nothing. It's
Hey,
life. I've
today
had
I
like
can't
4.
You shouldn't have got jollof.
Listen, see me.
That's true.
Trust me.
Because we're in big.
It's got
We're in
palm
a bar with
When
drinks
in
only.
satay
You've
bar,
got
you know, you're
jollof.
ordering jollof rice
You
and
can't
satay.
talk. You got
Live in
pancakes,
Thai
so,
food.
you know, you're both.
Let's talk more about upcoming projects.
Yeah.
We've got name them. We've got
Mixtape coming.
yeah. The first one was Vim. What's it called?
Oh, okay.
Full Vim.
Okay,
Full Vim.
okay. So we had
Was the
full
second
Vim.
one more Vim?
No, the second one was Let It Off,
Let off, yeah.
and then Let It Off 2.
Okay.
So
So
that's
more
the
Vim has
fruit.
never come out.
No, more Vim has never dropped.
Okay.
I've never done an EP called More Vim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I know that he asked about it, and I told him to name him more Vim.
No,
But I thought he would have dropped it,
yeah,
but he
yeah.
hasn't dropped it yet.
No.
I think
So-
you need to drop a more Vim though.
So
Well, I've got a mixtape coming, so potentially
you
I'm
never
working
know.
on names. It might make sense to call it More Vim,
More
actually.
Vim. Never know.
You never know, innit?
Started
I had a thought yesterday, one called Apadon. I thought that was alright as well.
Done.
Or Out of the Darkest. You get me?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
I've been coming through some dark places lately, you get me? So, you get me? I've been charging though. I can't lie, like.
So the
Man's
next
got
one,
some fire.
no
for me.
names yet for the next one.
I ain't got a name for it yet, innit? I don't know. Maybe someone can help me in it. Maybe some foundation.
No.
I think
Not
more
Vim.
more Vim would make sense.
You think more Vim?
Why?
I do.
So full Vim,
Ah,
and then
you
we had
should
Let
move
Off
away from
1
the
and
Vim.
2,
Yeah.
and then maybe full Vim part 2.
No.
I think more Vim makes
Oh,
sense.
more Vim.
Collection.
No.
I think everyone remembers you for
Or just name
those
it.
EPs.
I'm going to the bar.
No.
Fuck it.
So is there any collaborations we can
On there.
look forward to seeing or hearing from? the
Yeah.
moment?
Got the Neo, who's featuring on one of the tracks on there.
He's
But-
hot right now. You
yeah,
know.
come
So
on.
with the song with Deneo, is
Yeah.
it like a funky
It's not even a-
Afro-beats kind of thing, or is it
It's
Afro-beats?
Well,
Afro.
It's Afrobeats.
It's more UK Afro. Produced by Fanatics.
Can you tell him to come on this show, please?
Potentially, if he's
We need to see
interested,
it.
then
Because
we
he's
can-
Ghanaian, isn't he? Half or something.
yeah,
Quarter.
he's half
Who,
Ghanaian.
Deneo?
He's half
Yeah.
Ghanaian, yeah,
Oh.
half Ghanaian.
Can you
so-
see the hairline? Hey, I'm a big fan of you, my G. I'm a big fan of you.
I hear you, bro.
All right, now
Yeah.
there's something interesting that's been happening.
Mm-hmm.
One of our guys that we both know is involved in it. It's like a Afro Dance Championship, something like that.
For ADC.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What do you think of that? How do you think that is gonna, you
Yeah,
know,
it's
because obviously with Afrobeats,
I
there's
think you
always
promote it on your Instagram as well.
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Some videos up.
I'm involved.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's why I promote it. I'm involved. I have involvement. I have a percentage in that brand. So, yeah, I think it's a good brand because that's where the root really stems from in terms of the UK Afrobeat sound. Started with the dance flavor.
Yeah.
Before it started coming in with this.
Asonto
Oh,
and all
exactly.
that, yeah.
So yeah, just something for the culture, something for the dancers, because I feel like, yeah, all the artists, they do videos, they call the dancers, but they don't actually give nothing to the dancers to actually aspire to and work towards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just felt like the dancers needed something like that to kind of keep the culture just like different and to keep that dance factor involved. You know what I mean?
And pay
So-
your damn dancers, guys.
Yeah, man,
Pay your
so-
dancers, bruv. Pay your dancers.
I hollered at Uncle TC and the Home Bros.
Yeah.
And yeah, obviously,
dope.
yeah,
Uncle
we just
TC.
put the brand together and we put the event together. We had Channel 4 there for the last one, which was really good. And yeah, just been building and developing, man. So yeah, a lot of plans and a lot of ideas.
So just taking it back a bit, you was actually signed to Polydor. in
Yeah, I did a
2014.
single deal.
Green light.
So what happened with that? Is that like, do you still have a relationship with them, or there's still sort of like business going on, or are you just being independent right now?
Right now, I'm independent. Like obviously, we did a single deal. potentially we had the option to move on to other stuff, but obviously they didn't want to move on. But yeah, I feel like I'm best when I'm independent.
Yeah.
Because that allows me to be who I am creatively, and yeah, give the music that I'm meant to give to the people, really and truly. So long as it depends if a label comes in and they understand what I'm trying to do and they believe in what I do, then cool in it. But if it's not that, then I need to be independent, because I've come from an independent stance. For my foundation, for everything I've done to build myself has been independent. So yeah, Greenlight was a block in my like a stepping block in my career, which helped me to get commercial and go forward in a certain way. But yeah, like moving along, it's been an independent factor. I've learned a lot through that journey. But yeah, just literally that. It was good, man. It's a good experience, a good time. You get me? But if they're serious, you get me, they'll shout, man, come on, got the fire.
So if the right offer came along, then you wouldn't be opposed to being
Yeah, the right offer come, you get me, and understanding they're actually trying to push me and push who I am and push my sound and push what man's been building for so long. Then, Charlie, we go do this thing, man. Like me, Charlie, the energy that I bring for this world, it's not a small thing.
So
you get me?
So we're saying, let's say, this is the year 2020, 2025 actually. This is the year 2025. MistaSilva's accomplished everything he wants to accomplish, and he's actually started a record label.
Amen.
What kind of artists would we expect on that label? What kind of music are we gonna? Who are you gonna be signing?
To switch up your question a little bit, based on the current artists right now, if they were still around in 2025,
name 4.
Are there any particular artists right now? I know you said that you listen to Skepta and whatnot, but if you were to have a label in the near future, are there any artists right now that you would want on your label?
Are you talking UK artists?
Yeah, UK artists.
Yeah, UK. We don't fuck with America shit. You get me? You get what I'm saying?
Fuck
you niggas, man.
Not you, Drake. You can still call me.
No. He's not American. He's Canadian. You know what I'm saying?
Canadian, American, same
motherfuckers.
accent.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, man?
This guy's just burning bridges.
For himself. For himself. Don't block my blessing.
Yeah, go on.
Boy, I would say probably the Neo. I'd say
that's cheating.
It's not cheating. You know why I signed the Neo? I'll give you reasons as well, because he's an authentic man. He's you get me, like in terms of like he's been around for years, like and he's still here. You need to respect those kind of people.
Shout out the Neo.
Them man are music, man. Them are ordained for music. You get me? Certain man in music, but you're not ordained for music.
Yeah.
The Neo's ordained for music, so I'll sign him. I'll sign Dave.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I'll sign AJ Tracy.
Alright.
I'd sign Oscar World Peace.
I don't even know who that is, so I'm gonna find
I'd sign Cody Radical.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's it.
I'll sign Mummy Dope. It's my guy.
Oh. So you're just giving us names of people we're gonna bring on this show.
I'm listening to people who.
Any producers?
Producer wise, I'd sign J Rocks. I'd sign.
You got to name at least some producers you've worked with, because they might be
watching.
Yeah,
I know they're watching. I know they're watching. Ephraim. Master Ghazi. Yeah, man.
Master Ghazi.
Yeah. There'll be these people you probably don't even know about. These are people who I feel are people who will contribute to humanity, not just come and drop music, kick it. You get me? They're coming to contribute to humanity with their music. So that's my feel in it. That's what I'm on. So yeah, that's what I'd sign. Those kind of people, still people who are here to contribute to humanity, not just to take advantage and manipulate, but to contribute. You get me? We've lost people who are contributing to humanity in music. You get me? Where's the MJs and the James Browns and the Elvises and these people? That there's nothing like that to me anyway.
Yeah.
That's really in music right now, innit? Everything's a lot of takeaway music.
Yeah, repetition as well.
Quick, you get me?
Same
just
shit.
eat.com music. Yeah, I'll need that quick. Pow, pow, pow. You get me? So yeah, I'm looking for people. If I was had a label, that's what it would be. People who are contributing to humanity.
So speaking on other artists, what's the reception been like from Afrobeats artists, like from like proper
Yeah, in general.
Afrobeats not UK Afrobeats artists like
Like,
Davido,
the African ones.
Wizkids and
You know what?
other
Generally, like on the surface, like when I meet them, it's nice, innit? It's cool. Like they respect, they know who I am, they know what I've done. You get me? But see me, I'm a straightforward person. Like, if we're doing something, you're doing the same thing as I'm doing. You see I'm successful, you see you're successful, let's work in it. So on that kind of level, I ain't really seen much in terms of working level.
Okay.
But in terms of meeting, I've met a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're good, fine, yeah, nice, respect, so on and so forth. But getting into actually working, there's only a few man I can call out, man. So someone like Castro,
Yeah.
but he's not here right
Rest
now.
in peace.
Yeah.
You get me? I don't know where he is. I don't even say rest in peace because
So
I
you
ain't
still
seen his
feel like
body.
he's alive.
Yeah.
You get me? His spirit's
Same
still here,
Tupac.
fam. You know what I mean? So someone like Castro, when I met him, he DM'd me saying, "Yo, bro, come, I want to work with you." And that's someone I looked up to
young.
from when I was a small boy. You get me? And you're DMing me saying, "Yo, where are you?"
Yeah.
I'm in London. Bow, what you saying? I'm like, okay.
You've actually got a song with Castro.
We've
haven't
got
you?
songs on my EP, yeah. And we had songs as well. We had plans to do things,
Yeah, I
but
remember.
Charlie, you know, it's like every time I get somewhere, obstacle when I come. But anyway, we keep it moving because you get me. There's a bigger sight for me. But Castro, yeah, people like that, man. I even lost my chain of thought, but you get me. When the Castro comes to the picture, it's peak. You see what I'm saying? But
So you're saying he's the only, you feel the only maybe genuine.
yeah, he's
artist from the
genuine
Afrobeat
because the
side
way he
that's
came
just
to
came
me.
across is just 100%.
Yeah, like
No
he kept it
subliminals,
real,
nothing,
he kept it
just
like
straightforward.
authentic, and
Yeah.
kept it real, and said, "Yo, like I feel your shit. Like I know you're doing your thing. Let's work." And the moment I landed, it's work. If I'm not phoning him that day, he's calling, man. Where are you? I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, hey, you're giving me pressure to come and fuck you, blood.
Yeah, and you're already blown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get me?
Yeah.
I'm just like, all right, cool, say no more. I respect that. And that's how I see as creatives, man should move. You
Would
get
you
me?
say he was like a mentor in that time period that you
And
did
that,
work
yeah,
together?
yeah,
Would you say
definitely.
he was a mentor to you?
Definitely. I respect him too much, you know what I mean? Too much. You know what I mean? It's another level, man. For him, but yeah, for him, man, for win, innit? But yeah, Charlie, that one is life, innit? It goes on.
So speaking on Afrobeats artists, recently there was a whole situation with Shatta Wale.
Oh yeah.
You know, everyone's seen the video with the whole situation with him performing and you being on stage. What exactly happened? Because there was
You
no
know what? For
story
me,
to it.
in my eyes, you get me? Like, man's buck shatter. Man's gone now. Man's link shatter. You get me? Man's we've spoken, we've chat. You get me? We know each other. He said, "Yo, Charlie, you dig gone now, make we link up." You get me? But obviously, like I said, certain man materialize the thing. Certain man don't materialize. For instance, Castro materialized the thing. We had a little link up, we had a call, we know each other, etc., etc. You get me? We didn't work, innit? Obviously, it didn't happen. But obviously, we know each other through certain people we know as well.
Yeah.
And obviously, he switched management now, innit?
Yeah.
So obviously, for my relationship with him, how I saw it, it's like, yo, we know each other, we're good. Once I meet someone and we have a certain level of connection, I understand it as so on and so forth, innit? You get me? But obviously, man's made a judgment, and I've taken a step to go and support him up on the stage while he was in London, innit? You get me? But obviously, he was in a moment and in his zone, doing whatever he's doing, innit? Which I understand. And then, obviously, me too, maybe under the influence of certain things, maybe I haven't made a judgment correct in my own eyes, innit? You know what I'm saying? So, obviously, I've made a judgment. And I've gone there to show the support. You didn't clock who it was, and obviously that's what the video you've seen. That's what you've seen. It's happened, innit? You get me? So obviously after the situation, I've said to him like, "Well, go on, innit? Like, you get me?" And he's like, "Obviously, he didn't clock that it was man, and so on and so forth."
So you guys have sorted it out.
Yeah, we cool. Like I said, I know the done. He knows
Yeah.
me, innit? Like, you know what I mean? So it's just a situation which has happened, and you know what? It's happened, man. I can't really.
Yeah, go back.
what happens in time happens in time. It's there for a reason, isn't it? Like it's somehow made people talk about, man. You get me? Somehow put me in your name, in my name in your tongue again.
Yeah.
You get me? But to me, like it's a spiritual thing as well. You get me? There's a lot of things, man. But yeah, it is what it is. Shit happens, man. Joe, you get me? Michael Jackson, they burn and then go and do what plastic surgery. There's no star, there's no legend that ain't been through no madness. You get me?
True.
Man, that Rooney fam. It's not the other day that madness about man.
Bring that up, innit? Because
No.
you're an Arsenal fan, bro.
No. I'm just being real. Like
You
when
know
you're
what get Ozil in
I
it
want you
for
to
free.
understand that when you're blessed and you have blessings, like you're gonna be challenged. That's why I see it. You're gonna face problems.
Yeah, that's still.
And would you say it's the same thing that happened with Tion Wayne as well?
It's a misunderstanding. I don't know. Like me, I'm coming with this pure energy thing, you know.
I don't think you even said anything that was
Wrong, yeah.
You get me?
Yeah, like,
So
what you
me,
said
I'm
wasn't
coming
even
with this
bad.
pure. I'm literally coming with this pure energy thing. Like I'm not here to deceive nobody, fam. I'm not here to chat shit. I'm not here to floss. I'm here to contribute to humanity. So if I feel something and I hear something, I'm gonna move in that way, innit? Like the world is mad. Like because of social media and certain things, yeah. Like people are moving in. They put certain things in front of them before they move and act because they think this is the reaction and so on and so forth. We're not moving real. You get me? We're not moving as humans. Like I was watching one thing, JME, the other day. It was like, yo, man should take away views and likes and so on and so forth. You get me? Which is true. Let's take it for creativeness. Let's take it for the energy that you're actually watching, not the views you're watching. You get me? So, because certain men are watching the thing, see the views and say, yo, this is a banger just because of the views.
And they might not be watching it because it's good. It might be 'cause it's
Thank
shit.
you very much.
funny
You
you
get
say
me?
that,
So I was like, yo, Jamie, I'll fucking big you up for that thing.
Yeah.
He actually said that while he was sitting there.
Sitting
Right
what?
there.
In the
right
seat.
There. This seat right here.
Where were we when this was going on?
It's powers, fam. I'm being real, fam. Like, we need to be real as a culture and as a people. Yeah, we want views, we want numbers, but what are we doing to contribute to our people? You get me? That's the bottom line for me, innit? And like I said, I'm coming to pure energy, so sometimes the pure energy get misinterpreted.
Yeah.
Sometimes the pure energy come across in a certain way. You get me? That it's not meant to come across, you get me? But it's literally driven by pure energy. You know what I mean? So like I said, I think people go through things and I can only work hard and do the right things to correct mistakes and so on and so forth. And no one's gonna, everyone make a mistake, man.
100%.
You know what I mean? But you learn from a mistake, innit?
And is it something that's squashed now? Sorted out?
Yeah, everything's squashed because my energy was not to,
It
like I
wasn't
said, I'm
negative.
coming with a pure energy.
Yeah.
If it was a negative thing, man done that thing, man would have reacted and said, yo,
What
fuck
was it
this,
you
it's a
even
war.
said? I think you said something about like
About the
people
culture,
doing
like
their Afrobeats
how
now,
man
they're
are jumping on the
changing
thing
around
and
that,
how
yeah,
they're
now.
obviously like they're
Benefiting.
disguising the thing, innit?
Yeah.
But not calling out the culture as one and saying
Yeah.
yo, innit? But obviously everyone in their way, how they want to do it, innit? But yeah, that was just my thing. It was a question asking me how do I feel about certain man jumping on Afro beats at that particular time, but not obviously saying that it's Afro beats.
Yeah.
You get me? So
You have to respect it for what it is.
Right, welcome back to No Empty Cups. So we took a break to play a game. We're gonna play a game called Who Said That, and this is the Afrobeats / Funky House edition. So basically, we're gonna put 2 minutes on the clock. We're gonna go around and say some lyrics to you from Afrobeat songs or Funky House songs, and you within 5 seconds have to tell us the name of the artist or the name of the song. For every answer you get wrong, you're gonna have to take a shot. For every answer that you get right, either you can pick one person
Rose.
to take those number of shots. So if you get 4 shots wrong,
Always
me
pick
will
Rose.
take 4
Remember her
shots.
name, Rose.
Or 3 of us can take shots and then 1 person takes 2. So
Rose.
you
Whoa.
can pick. It's got to be the exact number.
Start with your lyric.
So, okay, we need to put 2 minutes on the clock. We've got 2 minutes on the clock, yeah?
Time Master.
All right. So we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. I'm going to make it easy for you. Shall you do me like juju? Because I'm feeling the juju. I'm not going to say it in the...
No,
of the
sing
song.
it.
No, because that's easier.
Yeah.
Shay, you do me the juju, because I'm feeling the juju.
The video.
Who?
Yeah, he
The
got it
video.
right. Do you remember the song?
That 30 million for the account.
Okay, yeah, Melo, you'll go.
Okay, mine's funky. Simple lyrics, simple flows. Keep the ravers on their toes.
Versatile.
Did I get it right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
My go. Alright. Me love my Hennessy straight with no chaser. All of my guys know me about the paper.
Whiskey, come closer.
Yeah.
Hey.
Go, Dee.
Guy.
I knew that one. Hey,
Okay,
we're
go,
drinking
Melo.
today.
I'm
Go
gonna
on.
give him one. You very right.
Hey, Michael, come on.
Man like Michael, you know. Michael McQuarrie.
Melo, you'll go.
Alright. Another one. Oi, you.
Lethal Bizzle them.
What? You didn't even want to finish.
Nah, that was it.
Okay.
That was it.
Alright.
Wait.
You've got everything right so far, you know.
What was your answer?
Or you.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Lethal Bizzle.
Should I do mine, yeah?
No.
That's or you.
Did he get the right person?
No.
He
Oh,
didn't. So it was
finish it.
wrong.
Funky D.
So that's a shot he has
Or
to take.
you.
But
Are you
not
gonna
a good
bang?
lyric. That's not a good lyric.
No,
But
you
you
should
didn't
finish.
let him finish.
Alright, who's that boy Lethal B? Oi, are you gonna
Yeah, but
bang
he said,
though?
"Oi, you."
I said oi, you.
Yeah, but alright, who's that boy?
How do you feel?
The time is still
you-
running, so if you want
Uh-oh,
to
yeah,
debate
well,
this, or we can move on.
Let me give you one.
Then I cool. The time didn't finish anyway, so.
Who said it's finished? It's not
4,
Three,
3,
two,
2,
What's this one?
1.
The last one.
Talking about?
We've done the scores,
Yeah.
and you got 3 right and 1 wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah?
He's got to pick
Okay.
3 people.
So you got to pick for the one you got right.
Yeah.
You can either pick one person to
I didn't
take
get
3
one right, I
shots.
got 3 right.
Yeah, for the ones you got right,
Yeah.
you can
Pick
pick
Rose
3
times.
people
Yeah.
to take a shot each, or you can pick one person to take 3 shots. For the one that you got wrong, you have to take a shot.
Well,
So I think you should just pick everyone
everybody
take a
go
shot.
take a shot.
All right, cool. So
Remember, I'm
shots
not
already
really
pulled
here.
out.
Me,
So
just
for the
drink your
one that
drink,
you
man.
got wrong, you got to take 1 shot, and then
Yeah,
we'll take our 3.
everybody.
Everyone drink.
This one's everybody affair.
Fuck Nigeria.
No empty cup.
No empty cups.
Bare empty cups.
Woo.
Goddamn motherfucker.
All right. Hey, well, thank you very much for coming on the show. It's been a pleasure having
It's been
you.
a pleasure, man.
I've gotten to know a lot more about you and the person behind the music.
So before we
Should
leave,
we take a shot?
Yep.
Or
think-
you guys take a shot and I'll watch?
We
No, I think you should be
Shot,
involved
shot,
as well,
shot.
Rose. Let everyone take a shot. Anyway.
So,
3, 2, 1.
No empty cups.
No empty cups.
woo. Finito.
That's a nice one.
What are you saying?
Good interview.
You cool, yeah?
I love that.